Are you ready for your first photo?
Let's see it. I'm so scared for these. Oh, yeah.
So what do you see?
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 4. Here we are. I'm Garrett. Across from me is Ethan. Hopefully you know that by now. But we got a banger ready for you guys today. I'm excited. Ethan Goletz, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. Garrett, you know what I love about this podcast?
What do you love about this
I love the
podcast?
thumbnails and the fact that looking back, I'll be able to track the progress of my beard on the thumbnails.
Look at that. I wish I could do that.
Last episode, I was pretty clean shaven, but as we go on, I'm not shaving this thing all year. So I'm going to look like a lumberjack by the end of this.
Whoa. And your first episode, it was pretty lengthy too, but you're going to surpass that.
That was November, yeah.
But you're going to surpass that. Okay.
Our producers were just checking in on us.
Making sure we're good to go.
Thanks, billionaire producer that sponsors us.
Or my mom.
Yeah.
But anyways, dang. So yeah, you have that challenge going on where you can't shave.
Older brother. We thought of this thing like right before the year ended, but whoever shaves their beard first, there's 3. I'm gonna leave one out. They have to give the other guy $500, which is a lot. That's a hefty amount, man.
That's more than I want for winning fantasy.
The other one is you have to go a day. The loser, whoever shaves first, they have to go a day wearing an adult diaper, and the winner has to pick 3 meals that they have to eat. So I could be walking around in a diaper with Chipotle in my stomach, and you have to use the diaper. If you don't, you have to give the guy an additional like $100. So I'm going to hope I can make it the day without having to use that diaper, but if he like puts Chipotle in my stomach or like a lot of grapes.
A lot of grapes. Is that bad for the body or something?
I don't know, but I eat a lot of grapes and 15 minutes later I'm regretting it. So
dang.
It's fun though. I
don't know why you would even agree to such a thing. Like why I guess you could win the money, but is it worth it?
I'd like to have a lumberjack beard at some point in my life, just to say I had a lumberjack beard. Now, eventually someone's going to have to shave, but I think it can go until May. That's the goal. But
if $500 is on the line, I don't know if I'm ever shaving.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't grow a beard, so I can't relate to a lengthy beard, how disturbing that can be.
It just depends on how bad the food is going to affect me, because I had like a decent beard, and I was eating s'mores like at a cabin. That was terrible. I had like marshmallow everywhere, and then it would like harden up on me, so I just had like this hard marshmallow throughout my beard. It was terrible.
And you're not allowed to touch it at all. You can't even trim up around the lips.
You can trim the mustache, you can trim the neck, but I guess you can trim the lips.
Yeah, you just gotta keep that area clean.
Can't touch it.
Got it. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see the progress.
I'm excited for that too. I'm excited for this episode.
I'm more excited to see you fail. I think I want to see you lose.
The challenge?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I think I would enjoy seeing you wearing an adult diaper more than your brother.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be walking around no pants on. It's just a diaper like a baby.
Well, yeah, but I just think I would enjoy
They'll be like, what is that weird lump on his butt? That's my diaper, bro.
And you got to hope it's not during the week. Like, you go to work.
We'll be doing this on a Saturday.
Okay.
No way I'm going to work in the diaper. Yeah.
Okay, just had to make sure.
Yeah. I won't be leaving the house at all that day.
Not at all? Not even once?
I thought of adding in you have to see a movie at the end of the night. I don't really know why I thought of that. I think why did I think of that? I don't know why I thought of that.
I feel like you had to leave the house at least once.
Yeah.
Or else it's kind of, I don't know, it's not that bad if you're sitting at home in a diaper, you know.
Yeah.
If you're going out and about.
I think it was the point, if you go to the movie, you can't really use the bathroom if you have to use the bathroom, so you have to use the bathroom
in
while
public.
you sit next to all these people in the movie.
Yeah, I mean,
what is that smell?
I mean, thinking about it, trying to think about being in that position, it's very disgusting to even like try and do that.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
That's the punishment. It's supposed to be a terrifying. You know, it's not supposed to be fun.
Apologies for starting the episode off in the absolute most disgusting manner.
Yeah, just now you got to think about Ethan wearing a diaper. But anyways, we'll move on to our question of the day. Clear that. Think of something a little more.
That's done. Whatever happened in the last 5 minutes is done.
Think about something a little more enjoyable. But the question of the day for episode 4, it's a question that's been out there. This is nothing new, but one that we're going to take on in our own respective thoughts, and that is,
If you could invite any 3 fictional characters to dinner, who would you choose? And you get to choose one fictional location for where you're
Yes.
meeting together, having
Very
a meal
good.
or whatever.
Great job.
That's how you ask a question.
I don't know why I
Garrett.
couldn't do that.
Come on.
I'm going to blame my notes because I had it worded weird and
That's
I just
okay.
screwed it up. But
So any 3 fictional characters. They can
Yes.
exist in books and comic books and video
Fictional?
games and movies, TV.
fictional
it-
characters.
like in your imagination, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, really anything.
There's a lot of characters to choose from.
Yeah, I really could have went in depth with this.
Yeah.
I kind of just chose 3 that came to my mind, but I think they're great options. I
think
love these
I think I
options.
know one of them.
Guess,
Is it?
because I don't think you know any of these.
Okay. I was gonna say.
Well, you know them, but I don't think you're gonna guess.
I was gonna say your boy Kramer.
No, I can't go back to back
Okay.
episodes.
Okay.
I had to think of something new.
All right. I respect that.
But I'm just gonna name all 3 of mine, and then I'll go through them. But I wanted different types of, like, I didn't want them to be like, I didn't want to pick SpongeBob and Patrick,
Same here.
or even like, these are all very different guys.
Let's see. Who are you inviting to dinner?
First that came to mind, I went with Santa Claus.
Oh. Okay.
I would love
You
to
kind of
meet-
just dropped the bomb if we have like 6-year-old listeners out there.
Yeah.
Let's hope not. Okay.
Hey, in this
I didn't
scenario,
think of Santa Claus.
Santa's
Man.
real.
Dang it.
He's kind of like the world creation of like a fictional Jesus. Like, he knows where you sleep. He
Okay.
knows what you're asking
Yeah,
for Christmas.
yeah.
He knows if you're good or bad. So I'm not comparing Santa to Jesus because he's not Jesus, but he's kind of like the magical fictional. Like, I'd be like, hey, is Ethan on the naughty list? And they'll be like, oh, this is all he's done. I'll be like, I don't know. I don't want to know that.
Rat me out like that.
I don't know. I just think he'd
Santa,
be a cool
come
guy.
on.
But anyways, my second option, I wanted, again, completely different here. I wanted to kind of have dinner with a talking animal. I just want to see that.
Okay.
What would a talking animal look like?
Yeah.
And not to mention one that has humor and one that was there for the birth of Jesus. I don't know if you know, it's like a movie, short film. It's called The Star.
No.
It's like a cartoon film of like the birth of Jesus. But anyways, the main character is a donkey, a talking donkey. He's a funny
Oh.
guy. His name is Bo. So Bo the donkey from The
Okay.
Star. He's a funny guy. I can talk about the birth of Jesus. Now, it's a cartoon, so I don't know if it'll be like realistic or whatever in person in this conversation we're having over dinner.
He
but
doesn't relate to Donkey from Shrek at all.
no.
Okay. That's kinda what I
Similar,
thought of.
but a little. He's
not as idiotic. This guy.
well,
will bring some
he's a
wisdom.
clumsy fella.
Oh, okay.
He is a clumsy fella, and he's funny. So you can crack jokes with him. You can talk about the birth of
That's
Jesus.
Good. Yeah.
So not a popular one, but a hidden gem in my opinion.
Never heard of him.
I think
Bo.
he's a great guy. The only problem with Bo is that he's not eating at the dinner table. He's eating on the floor next to the dinner table because it's a
Yeah.
donkey.
Okay.
So, but I think that's okay. We'll include him. We'll include him.
Number
So.
3.
Number 3. This is a real person. Now it's still fictional, but it's not a cartoon or anything.
Okay.
But the first 2, they're a little more fluffy. They're a little more, good cheers, good time, funny guys. I went with a straight hero here. Someone he's killed people, but
Hero?
he did it for
Okay.
he did it for the good guys. And he has ability to use the Force. He has a lightsaber. I'm going with Luke Skywalker.
Didn't you start off by saying this guy's real?
It's a real
No,
person.
okay.
It's not a cartoon, but it's obviously a fictional character.
That's good.
So, yeah, I just talked to him like, yo, how did you take down Darth Vader? How does one build
Those
up the
Jedi
mental
could
strength?
be weird though. Like I don't know if they're open to like some really engaging conversation.
He seems like a nice guy.
You ask him something, and
If
he's
he-
just I do as the Force wills it.
Now,
It's like, what does that mean, Luke?
well, I'll pick his brain. If he's such a hero, such
Yeah.
a good guy, I'll pick his brain.
He goes
Learn
back
from
and
him.
forth with R2D2, so you'd just be R2 in this case.
I will ask. We did watch all the Star Wars movies,
Yeah.
but I have Bo the talking donkey. Were there any animals? Yeah, there are animals that talked in Star Wars, or at least like weird creatures that talk.
None of them that like spoke English, but like Chewbacca.
Well, there's like
Droids are basically animals, I guess, but robots.
there's definitely animals that talk. Maybe not like a straight up.
I don't know
Donkey
if there's
that
an animal
talks?
that speaks English.
But like, what's
There's an alien.
what's the guy from episode 1 that everyone sees as a meme?
Oh, Jar Jar?
Yeah, that's kind of like an animal.
Yeah, okay.
So Luke will
No
come.
one's
He'll
inviting Jar Jar to dinner.
like me and Santa. We'll see a talking donkey. We'll be like, "Wow, this is crazy." And then Luke will come in and be like, "Yeah, I've seen worse."
yeah.
So
Luke Skywalker was on my list, but he's a little too boring for me. He may
Boring.
be a Jedi, but
once
it's not
you
like
see
you're gonna
him,
see him. You're not gonna see him in action. He's just like eating a meal.
I'll be like,
with
"Hey,
you.
can I hold your lightsaber?"
Okay.
And that moment right there will be worth
Yeah.
anything. Plus the addition of him using the Force, sharing some great stories of
It's like, Luke, can you pass the gravy? He's like, sure. He
yeah,
uses the Force to pass the gravy.
exactly.
That would make the entire thing worth it.
Yeah, I mean, come on, what a collection of people to have dinner with.
Yeah.
And then to wrap it all up, we got to eat at Santa's workshop at the North Pole. Talk about a cozy place.
Okay.
Santa's home, just you got the fireplace
That is
on.
a vibe. Oh,
just cozy. Just
man.
you got Mrs. Claus cooking dinner maybe. You're at home when you're in the North Pole.
Yeah.
So
That's a good answer.
that's what I got. So let's
Last
hear your
time Luke was in the cold, though, he almost died on Hoth. So
That's true.
hopefully he doesn't get like PTSD or anything.
I think he'll be all right.
All right.
He probably does have some sort of PTSD though, but
So
he'll be all right.
my 3. I'm still kind of going back and forth with this, but let's just go right into it. Let's spitball it. So first one, you didn't go back to back with Seinfeld. I'm gonna throw in a guy that I talked about last week. He's from Drake and Josh. We're going with Crazy Steve.
Why Crazy Steve?
Because he just brings so much to the table. I'm not going to yell because I don't want to blow our audience's ear members out, but you'd be like, how's your day going, Crazy Steve? You'd be like, I found out my mom is my dad. I'd be like, okay, that's cool. Crazy Steve. Now you need someone to balance out with Crazy Steve's energy and pure insanity. So, and this is a meal, so I want some family. So we're going with Dom Toretto. I don't know if you know who that is. That's Vin Diesel from the Fast and Furious movies.
The bald guy?
Yeah, he talks like this. He doesn't talk like that. That was terrible.
I mean,
But-
I haven't seen those movies. I can't relate too well, but
I'm just
he
thinking
seems
of the chemistry between him and Crazy Steve.
what chemistry. From what I know of the guy, isn't he like a pretty low key? Like
Dom
he's
Toretto?
not, yeah.
Yeah, but
Like
he's
he's
a
not-
low key guy.
So
And
you're
he's been through things in life, so you know he'll protect you if anything
so like
goes
Crazy
down.
Steve will be yelling something dumb, and then you'll have Vin Diesel or whatever his name is. He'll
He'll be like, "Who's this guy?"
yeah he'll kind of give him the eyes, and then Crazy Steve will shut up for a little bit, and then he'll come back out with something different. So
Yeah.
I see what you're going for there, but I think they're gonna clash more than they are good for each other.
Ain't nobody clash with Crazy Steve.
I think everybody's. I don't. I don't know if anyone's getting along with Crazy. I mean, maybe not getting along, but
And
yeah.
lastly, who do I go with? Huh. I've already got Crazy Steve and Dom Toretto tell me cool stories, so you can't not meet this guy when given the opportunity. We're going with Batman.
Batman.
He's on my hat. I love Batman.
So you went with 3 still like human beings. You didn't choose a cartoon. You went. I mean, unless you choose the Batman cartoon or something, but you got 3 like people.
Yeah, I don't know what type of Batman this would be. This will be Batman from the comic, the Batman from the Arkham video games. I would say that's
So
my
it's a
favorite
video
Batman.
game.
Yeah, but he looks realistic. So
But if you think about it, since Batman could be, you have the actor, you could just take the 3 actors, like there's 3 people, and say, hey, play this role, and then have dinner with them. And it's kind of, you're kind
aren't
of
the
doing
actors real people though? We're
Yeah.
taking fictional characters.
Yeah, but then they put on the fictional persona. So it's not real, obviously,
Oh.
but you could theoretically get very close to a question that shouldn't be real.
When I'm in this situation, I'm going with Batman. But I chose Batman and Dom Toretto because we're not quite sitting at a dinner table. Where we're going, it's going to be an adventure. It's going to be an experience. We're going to enjoy some candy at Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. And I don't know if Crazy Steve will survive.
I don't
but-
think anything you've put together here goes together at all. I just see a bunch of clashing, like Batman and Willy Wonka's.
Yeah.
What is that that gonna do? He's not gonna eat a single thing.
This is my birthday. This is my experience. They're all here.
So-
They're supporting characters to me.
So this is like your 7th grade birthday party where you have like Batman dressed up as like an uncle. You're
Yeah,
like,
but
what's
this is the real
Batman?"
deal. Like
It
we're
is the
going
real
on that
deal.
scary boat ride together. We're losing Crazy Steve in the Chocolate River together.
I think you would regret seeing Batman in real life. Because when I was 5, my birthday was themed after Spider-Man. And I was like, oh, I love Spider-Man. But then someone came and dressed up as Spider-Man, and it scared the crap out of me. I'm like, holy crap, this is... Now, I do have Luke Skywalker at my table, who's very similar.
Yeah.
But I just think you see someone of such a high,
That is true. Batman's supposed to be like a symbol of fear, but
yeah, I think he's
me
going to scare
having known who Batman is, and deep down he's kind of a symbol of hope, I'll be able to handle myself around bats.
All right.
I don't know if Crazy Steve will.
They're just so just all
We're
four of
having
your
a fun
options.
time. We're having a fun time.
All 4 of your options are so random and different, which is good, but it's also
We're brought
like,
together
will
by
it-
family. That's why we have Dom Toretto. Because it's all about family.
I don't know if Batman's family. He's
He
not
doesn't
even.
He doesn't have a family.
He's not even in
Yeah.
my Batman. Not even in my top 10 of superheroes.
Yeah.
I just don't care for him. I'm sorry. Maybe we'll make that a debate one day.
People have told me that before, and I don't really know what it is that makes Batman so good. But
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know. But comment down below wherever you're at. Who has the better lineup for a nice, good old dinner with 3
Garrett's
fictional
could
characters?
be more thought-provoking, and you could come out a better person of Garrett's. But if you want to have a fun time, come to Willy Wonka's
I'm having a
Chocolate Factory
great
in
time with Santa Claus and a talking donkey at the North Pole.
You can only eat so many chocolate chip cookies and drink so much hot cocoa before you.
Oh,
Get a little
Mrs.
tired.
Claus has a whole. She probably has the greatest kitchen. That's the beauty about Santa's workshop. We don't know what it is.
All
You know
right.
what Willy Wonka's. You know what to expect there. With this, I think it's gonna blow your imagination away. You see elves cooking up some dinner for us, or Mrs. Claus.
That'd be
leading-
terrifying. You have elves, I have Oompa Loompas.
I think elves would be great. I think they're friendly little fellas. They're like they're yay tall.
Do they sing like the Oompa Loompas though? Yeah.
They might. You don't know.
Okay.
That's the beauty
Okay.
of the North Pole.
I'm taking Oompa Loompas all day.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Mr. Beast already made the chocolate factory.
This is beyond anything imaginable.
I don't think so. I think mine's definite. I think mine surpasses the imaginable possibilities. But anyways, vote down below. Or comment down below what you think. We love hearing from the audience, from our listeners. So tell us your lineup too. I want to hear what your lineup is, because there's so many ways you can
My
go
other
with it.
option instead of Willy Wonka's factory was the Krusty Krab.
Yeah, I thought about that,
I
but
would-
the reason I didn't choose that, I actually thought about that. It's underwater.
It's underwater and it's like 2 feet of square space, but
Yeah, like you'll have to wear one of those.
I think we would flex the
You'll be
rules
like
for this
Sandy.
a little bit.
You'll be like Sandy.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can. I don't know. Just how. What I would choose is Sandy's. I would rather eat in Sandy's dome.
Nah, 'cause that's take me to the Krusty Krab.
I'm not wearing a thing over my head so I can breathe.
I would flex the rules in this situation. I would give myself the ability to breathe underwater.
All right, go ahead and do that. I don't. If you want to, if that makes you feel
That's
better.
why I went with Willy Wonka's chocolate.
Yeah, I think
Factory.
that's a better option. But I like it though. Still good answers. I'm very happy with what I went with.
Yeah.
I wish mine could happen, but it's not going to. But anyways, moving on. A new segment here, something I'm looking forward to. This is Ethan's segment, so you go ahead and explain this one for me.
Let's call this segment a trip down memory lane. I don't know. Maybe that'll change after time. But what we're going to do is,
I like that.
I love looking back at my camera roll. So I'm going to put you to the test today, Garrett. I'm going to show you 2 photos and 1 video. And you have to guess the date in which the event happened. Now, for the video, I'll start you with the freeze frame. And if you can guess what is said in that video, you win you win the game or you win extra points. I don't know.
Okay, just another question for me.
So let's start it off.
Another
with
level
your
of
first photo.
I don't know about this because I could be like a whole year off. I don't have set in my memory like, oh, in 2017 I was doing this.
Are
Like,
you
I
ready
could
for
be-
your first photo?
Let's see it. I'm so scared for these. Oh yeah.
So what do you see?
Oh yeah. So this is my good friends Kyle Gold on the right, Andy Haynes on the left. Just
Some
we had
beautiful gentlemen.
having a good time. You know, we had some wild sleepovers, and this is no exception to that. Yeah, I don't even know why they're doing this. You know, the open legs from Kyle is very disturbing to look at, looking back on this photo. But I mean, we were young, we were in high school. You know, this is definitely a few years back. This is not a recent photo, so hopefully Kyle is clear from such acts.
Let's go with a day, a month, and a year.
The day is a complete guess.
Okay.
So I'll just throw out a number. We'll go. If I get the day right, if I get the exact day, there's got to be something on the line if I get this exactly right. Unless it's like a Christmas day or something. But if it's something like this where it's random.
If you guess the correct day, I will give you the wheelchair that Andrew Haynes is sitting in this photo.
In this particular photo?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go the day. Let's just throw out 23.
Okay.
Month.
The 23rd of...
They're wearing shorts and t-shirts, so it's got to be hotter out.
Oh, wow. Wow.
I'm going summertime here.
Let's analyze
Let's
the
go.
scene.
You know, we're getting wilder. I'm saying summer's coming to an end. Let's go late July, so 23rd.
Okay.
And let's go, it's either 2017 or 2018. Andy's got the perm on. That was around, that's probably my junior year of high school. Or maybe yeah. So what is that? It's currently 2023. Oh, gosh. Let's go 2018. So
Late July
July
23rd.
2018.
Garrett, this photo of Andrew Haynes
like I
and
did
Kyle
pretty
getting
good.
physical in a wheelchair.
I feel like I did pretty good.
Not really.
No!
June 8th, 2019.
That's not bad. I'm happy I was that close. The year, while it should be easier, I think is going to be harder because I'm not very good at separating the years. But I
Yeah.
can see a photo and kind of, like I did with the T-shirt, maybe we'll dissect kind of the time of...
More importantly, that was the last day of school and the fantasy football draft at Ian's house,
Ooh, the potential is there to
where
get it.
Andrew Haynes notoriously took Devonta Freeman with his first pick in the third round.
Yeah.
So fun times.
I had no clue that was from the draft.
All right.
So if I would have known that...
Oh
then
for 1,
definitely-
but a B
I'm
B
not
plus
mad
for
at
effort.
myself.
Yeah, you did a
If
good
I got
job
the
analyzing.
year, if I got the year, I would have been ecstatic.
You ready for photo number 2?
Let's do it.
Are you-
Like I
What
said,
do
I
you
was.
see?
This is an old one. Oh man, I don't even have that shirt anymore. Nor could I fit in that shirt anymore. Don't know where I got the glasses. That is at the time Ethan's bedroom. It is now not his bedroom. Wow, that is old. That might be. See, this is in your camera roll, so that means it can't be that old, because. Are you sure that photo is
Yes.
this exact date?
Yes.
I don't know. How old does your camera roll go? Am I allowed to
It
ask
goes to mid 2016.
that? Well, that might be 2016. Nah. No, it's not that old. I didn't realize your camera roll was that extensive. That's impressive.
Yeah, buddy.
I thought mine was good at like 4 years. So you got like 7 years.
Oh, my thing's a time machine, man.
That's beautiful. That's hard to do. You know, you transfer phones. It's impressive. But I think I was wearing shorts in that photo. I don't know.
Yes, that gives it away.
I'm saying this is towards the beginning of the school year. So let's go September. I almost said September 11th. That's let's go September 19th. I was just picking a random date too, but sorry about that. September 19th.
September 19th and the year.
Let's go No,
You're
let's
crying, man.
let's go.
Are you afraid of this photo of you?
No, I think it's a funny
Okay.
photo. Let's go 2017.
September 19th, 2017. This photo was taken on April 12th, 2017.
Got the year, so closer.
I give you an A for that.
Oh,
I mean,
solid.
I'm not expecting you to get these dates, but that was a good effort. You got the year down.
Yeah, I was more confident with the year there, less confident about the time of year. Yeah, I probably, looking back on it, September could have some colder days.
Yeah.
So I was feeling warm in that photo. Should have picked a warmer date.
I'm pretty sure those were Evan's glasses you were wearing, too, because there was a period of time where he wore glasses.
Ethan's your little brother?
Yeah. Shout out to Evan. Last photo, or last video, I'll show you a freeze frame.
Let's do this.
You need to guess the
I'm
date
liking this.
and what is said.
I have to guess what it said and then the date?
You have to guess what what someone in the video says.
Okay.
What do you see?
Great time. Those are my feet. And that's Ian Meshner right there. Good buddy of ours. He made the beat for our podcast. Shout out, Ian.
Shout out, Ian. Sorry to exploit Ian like this.
I think Jared's, I don't know if this will count, but Jared's to Ian's right, or me looking at the photo to the left. And Ian's there. He's loving this. He's like, suck on them toes.
Jared's saying that?
So that's what I'm going to say. Maybe that's not what you're thinking, but that's what I remember from that video. Just Jared on the left there saying, suck on them toes.
What about a date? Let's go with the date. So you got Jared saying, suck on them toes.
Let's go. I'm going to start with the year here.
Okay.
I'm throwing in 2019. I'm going to lock in that. But it's got to be early 2019. But I'm also wearing shorts. But I'm going to say this was around the time where it started to get warmer out, but it wasn't cold. Maybe this was a warmer day earlier in the year. So let's lock in April.
What? Oh.
14th. No, that's Ben's birthday. I don't think we'd be doing this on his birthday. April 20th.
April 20th, 2019. First, I'll show you the full video. Actually, no, I'll tell you the date first, and then we'll see if you got the quotation right.
I'm saying I got the year and the month spot on.
October 13th, 2018. So, sorry to hear that. But let's watch the video. Let's take a trip down memory lane, as they say.
2019 in my head was feeling older.
Suck them toes.
He says suck them toes. Suck it. And then he throws a punch.
Which wasn't at me.
Yeah,
I was
at Jared.
It was at Jared, and I was the one rubbing my feet in his face.
That's a tale as old as time. Ian just picking on Jared.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever see that again in our lifetime.
Suck them toes. Which, hopefully Ian was not enjoying that. Let's get that.
He was smiling.
I'm
Ian,
gonna have to
why were you
confront-
smiling?
Yeah, Ian. Why? I think you were enjoying that at the time. Why? I was trying to inflict disgust, and I think you enjoyed that, looking back on it. And then Jared was having a fun time with it, and then you're like, oh, I'm not allowed to have fun now because Jared's having fun. And then you hit him.
Yeah.
So, Ian, questionable acts, but also I got to take some of the blame. Why was I doing that to him? I don't know. Sorry about that, Ian. Or maybe you enjoyed it. I don't know. But
there's
great time.
Weird stuff that happens in basements when you're with your friends in high school, man.
Yep, that's where some of the best
so
many
of
those.
That's where the Kyle Andrew photo is from.
Yeah, two of those three. Yeah, two out of three of those are in basements. Yeah. So watch out for basements, man.
That was a fun little game.
I like that.
I'd give you a B+. You did good.
I would do that again.
Yeah, the year is kind of just a guess. Everything's a guess, but
yeah. But I will say
I don't
too.
want to give you any gimmies.
I will say too. I did not do research with my camera roll because I don't want.
Yeah,
I don't.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's kind of cheating in a way. I mean, it's smart research, and you can get away with it, but I'd rather go in blind and just take a shot in the dark. And if I get it right, I'm going to feel great. So
I wanted to keep it clean, and I think we got some good photos.
Those are some good memories there. Some good times in our childhood.
And that was a trip down memory lane.
Yes, it was. Brought to you by the Camel's Ego. All right. Moving on to our reliable, the gym class ego meter. Ethan will be rating different gym class activities, some classics. Whether you love gym class or hated it, Ethan will be breaking down the
Gym
concrete.
class. What were you saying? Finish.
You'll be breaking down these activities. And this is, the ego meter isn't just your opinion. This is everybody's concrete. This is like a textbook. Someone's going in to study dodgeball. You say, oh, it's a 7.2 out of 10. That's not just your opinion.
Yeah.
That is dodgeball now.
And more than the rating, gym class was the leading factor for your social class in school. Like, if you were a popular kid, you had to be putting up big numbers in gym class, or else your reputation just fell. Or
It's
maybe you were a loser, but happened to be really good at these games. Maybe you have some girls talking to you after class or something. Oh, Jeremy, you can throw that dodgeball really fast.
I've never experienced such things,
We'll see.
but it all depends on the grade.
I'm seeing that we're over 30 minutes here, so I'm going to try to do a flyby with this.
I'm in no
Not
rush.
too fast, but
Yeah, we're good.
let's jump into it.
All right, gym class ego meter. Ethan,
Yes.
your first option
Yes.
is classic dodgeball.
Ooh! So, off the top of my head, they don't use the rubber balls anymore. Maybe for the right reason, because I've been hit in the face by those a couple times, and they hurt. My dodgeball rules, headshots count. We're men here. Headshots count.
Well, not everyone's a man in gym class.
Everyone's a man in gym class.
You're confusing the gender
Equal
things
rights.
even
Equal
more.
rights. No. We don't put one gender above another in gym class. Everyone's equal.
Okay, gotcha.
Dodgeball. It's the tale as old as time. It's so good. A lot of people like to take the game and make their own rules to it. Don't really touch the rules. Just let dodgeball be dodgeball. Simple rules. 8.5.
I agree. I love dodgeball.
I hate the games when you're down to like 2 people and the teacher's like, everybody back in. Like, you put so much effort into getting all those people out, and then they just come back in for no reason. Like, that's just ridiculous. So I don't like those rules, but
I mean, yeah, dodgeball is a great time.
you want a good, smaller ball that you can really get a grip on, and you can fling it. But
Oh, yeah.
if you're playing dodgeball with like a kickball, you can't throw that thing very fast.
But thinking about another past thing with dodgeball, you can be put in some scary scenarios, just like your world famous TikTok.
Yeah.
You know, if you got to peg a kid with
You're put in some
who's
tough
blind.
situations sometimes.
Yeah, like if you see an innocent, a girl who's not good at dodgeball, and you have a dodgeball and a rocket arm.
I wouldn't throw the. I know I was just talking about equal rights and stuff, but I would not throw the rockets at women. Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Okay.
at least I wouldn't aim for their heads. But
Yeah, I wasn't like a menace with it, but I wasn't like, if I see someone, I'm throwing a solid.
what was your strategy to dodgeball? Are you friend of the pack, come at me, bro, or are you kind of like lurking in the shadows? And are you a catcher or are you a
Currently-
dodger?
Currently, I don't know about so much in gym class, but currently I'm front of the lines. I try and catch.
Yeah.
Because not only do you get someone back in, but you get them out. And you got to trust your ability to catch the ball.
Yeah.
But next up, another classic, kickball. Kickball.
Kickball is good. I prefer dodgeball to kickball. I'll just say, if you play soccer, you're not that cool. Kickball is the sport for soccer people to really show off how much of a leg cannon they have. You see the soccer kid going up to kick, you know he's hitting a home run. Just give it to him. But me, I was pretty mid at kickball. I mean, I was pretty mid at every gym class activity. Who am I to say? I wasn't big on kickball, man. I'm gonna give it a 6.6, but
That's a disgrace. And here's why. In 5th and 6th grade at Rifton, they had at the playground, they had a kickball, had a kickball field.
yes, they did.
And towards the end of the year, they had a whole tournament between your entire 6th grade.
That was cool.
Those were awesome times.
You
Plus, as someone who plays, we both played baseball. I love being out in the fields, using your knowledge to place yourself, catching fly balls. And kicking, you don't need to always kick bombs.
Yeah.
But at Rifton in 6th grade, you had that far left fence. I've only seen about 3 or 4 people kick it over that fence. And when that happens, your
That's
mind
true.
was blown.
Okay, yeah. But
So, just great times. I have more memories of kick. But here's the thing, though. That's recess. That is not gym class.
yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
also in Rifton, what they did have in gym class, that was kickball. It was in the gym class. You had to hit the top of the wall for it to be a home run, which
Okay.
I also only saw 1 or 2 times. Still very impressive, and I still love kickball. I'm putting kickball out of all of these easily my top option.
While you played kickball in 6th grade, I was a part of the losers in the back that played Foursquare. And I was a beast at Foursquare.
Foursquare.
So if anybody thinks they can beat me in Foursquare, you can't.
I would put money on that you could beat Ethan. I think.
I think I would put money too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Foursquare is a fun time, but and now our next option, just not even really an activity. It's a test, the fitness test.
Yeah, man. Talk about social class. If you get first in the mile run, just
I did that one time.
your yearbook is going to be packed to the max with signatures. Congrats, Garrett. I think the best mile I ever finished with was like 12. But
12 minutes?
No, 12th
12th place. Okay.
No, in 2nd grade, somehow I ran a 12.5 minute half mile.
Oh,
How is that physically possible?
You're like not even walking.
Yeah.
You just like stop to sit.
I remember seeing that on like my fitness chart back then. I'm like, what?
12-minute half mile?
Yeah.
That is terrible.
So, I don't know.
I don't know how that's. I
But,
think I could crawl faster than that.
Yeah. That's just one of the many tests, though, for the fitness test.
The worst one was easily the one you got to pull-ups because the whole class was watching you, and unless you were great at it,
Yeah.
but most people were doing 0 or 1 pull-ups, and that was embarrassing.
That's not too bad, though, because I'd say about 70% of people couldn't do any pull-ups.
Yeah, but there's some
So-
because I was pretty good at kickball and other stuff, but I wasn't lifting weights in 6th grade.
Yeah.
So when I got to do pull-ups, they had expectations for me,
Dude.
and I did not reach them. I did like maybe 2.
I wish I could just walk in to a 6th grade gym class in my current shape and just do pull-ups next to these
I will
kids,
say-
'cause I would put them to shame.
I will say I remember. I think we were in a gym class once, and I held your feet for the sit-ups, and you were cranking those babies out.
I can do sit-ups.
You were cranking those
I can do
babies
sit-ups.
out.
I can
man.
do sit-ups.
You destroyed me in those sit-ups. That was beautiful.
Sit-ups are probably the easiest one to do. I don't really know how.
For you, they're not. You don't stress over the sit-up part.
Yeah. It's
But
just
You get
if
tired.
you get 60 in a minute, you get the 100. So that's 1 a second. That's pretty easy to do.
Nah.
I can get more than
I don't-
30 by 30 seconds, take a little 5-second break, and then get back into it, get 60.
I'm just saying you're a beast at it. But overall, everything together with the fitness test,
Well,
give it a rating.
with what we've talked about so far, it's you come out of the fitness test feeling productive, like you got some good exercise in at least, with the mile run or the shuttle run or the sit-ups. With that, I'll give it a 7, but we're forgetting the push-up test. And for the push-up test, I'll lower it to a 3.6.
What?
I-
Wait, I know this story.
I couldn't do push-ups. I couldn't do 1 push-up. And like with the pull-ups, 70% of people couldn't do 1 pull-up. Push-ups, like everybody could do at least 1. I couldn't do 1 push-up. But 10th grade, when the doors were closed, I would train in my bedroom with the women's push-ups on my knees. I don't care how much of a sissy I looked like.
Got to start somewhere.
Got to start somewhere. It was spring of 10th grade. I went to do the push-up test. You had to get 40 push-ups for the 100. The last test I got 0. I was shooting for 40. I got 40. And it wasn't easy. I was at like 35. And from 37 to 40, people probably thought I was having a seizure with how much I was shaking. But I was dead set on getting this 40. I got the 40. Why did I just lower it for push-ups? Because that was one of the best moments of my life.
Yeah.
We're giving the fitness test a 9.5.
What?
Okay,
What?
let's-
Are you kidding me? It's a
Let's
fitness test.
let's give it a 7.3.
Okay. That was all over the
But
place.
me getting 40 push-ups in 10th grade was such a good moment. It was the highest of highs, but me getting 0 from grades 1 to 9.
Rough times.
Rough times, yeah.
I can see that.
In high school, you already feel like a loser enough, but I walked out of those classes with no self-esteem. I hate to bring
Yeah.
things from so high to so low, but that's
Yeah,
life.
From
sometimes.
a 3 to like a 9, the fitness test, Ethan has mixed feelings on, but ultimately
A 7.3.
7.3.
Yeah.
But I'm still surprised you gave it a pass.
And then if you pass the fitness test, you got that certificate from Obama. You're like, did Obama actually sign this?
no,
Like, I think he did. I think he did.
Yeah, and then like you'd put it somewhere. You put it on your fridge.
I never got that, though.
There's 2 of them. I got the second one. That wasn't as impressive, but
They got the Gym Class Hero shirts where those were cool. I didn't get those.
yes,
I got a shirt for
I-
eating ice cream and being fat.
I wish I had one of those, but I wasn't up to that level to get a T-shirt. Nothing like a free T-shirt.
It's a reward. Good for you. You're in good shape.
Yeah, wear it all day long. Look, because it's a flex. It's like wearing a medal. It's a flex. Like I did this.
Yeah. I said we were gonna fast track this, but the fitness
It's
test
too
just
good.
brought so many back memories.
Too good.
Brought back so many memories.
Well, we got 2 left.
Okay.
These are they're sub activities. They're not as popular,
Yeah.
but still activities that I hope you did or hope you didn't do.
Okay.
Next one is just dancing, and you can take that different ways. I saw it as the classic square dance, which I feel like everyone did.
In elementary school, I remember square dancing, but when I think of dance, I think of in elementary school when you're putting like a group of 4 and you guys have to like create your own interpretive dance with like the ballerina ribbons and stuff. That was dreadful. And then you had to put it on in front of the class. Nobody liked that. It's not exercise. It's not fun. Square dance isn't fun. Did you like square dance?
I have the worst experience with square dance.
I liked
back in
the
elementary
Cotton Eye
school.
Joe.
Oh yeah, the music is
That was
great.
music class though, not gym class.
But here's the thing with the square dance. This was in 4th grade, so everyone's got cooties, and not even just
Yeah.
that. I don't want to hold someone else's hand and go, And there's one person in my 4th grade class. They were just a dirty person. Their hands were
I remember
gross.
that.
Their teeth were gross. And I'm like, Lord, please. Nothing against the person, but I do not want to have to hold their hand for this dance. Like, I just.
Well, luckily it's more of like an elbow lock, right?
No, you had to hold hands.
What?
At one point, yeah.
What?
Yeah, it was hand on hand. And it was a girl. And I was like, I don't want to hold her hands. It's a dirtier person. I was in 4th grade, so I wasn't as
Yeah.
open to things, I guess. And, of course, I got that one person out of the entire class. And I kind of put up a fit. And the teacher was like,
wait.
the
that's
teacher-
on you.
it was mean at the time. I'm sorry. And it wasn't like a big fit. I wasn't like throwing a tantrum. I was just like, Mr. Ricketts, please, can I have someone else? And he's like, no, you are like, do not disrespect the person that you were. And now I don't know where she's at now. I don't think she even graduated, but
She
Well-
grew up to be
I hope she
Margot
graduated.
Robbie.
She didn't graduate with us. I think she moved somewhere else. I don't know. Anyways, I do not like the square dance because of my experience with it.
I'm trying to think of something.
I had to wash my
positive
hands
about
long and
dance.
hard after that.
I'm trying to think of something positive about anything that had to do with dance. Only thing I can think of is the hamster dance. I love that song.
That is great. That is great.
So that being said, the hamster dance raises it to a 9 point. No, I'm kidding. Dancing is it's dancing. I don't like.
You don't prove anything when you're dancing.
Yeah, a 4.1.
I might even give it a lower.
If you
grade.
walk into the gym and you see dance on the marker board, it's just like everyone groans. Like, are you kidding me? We want to play dodgeball. We want to play kickball, but no, you have us dancing, dude.
Yeah, that's a good point. Just it's not even fun. Anyways, last one. Good old badminton. More of a high school thing.
Yeah, badminton was kind of with dodgeball and kickball. That's more dominant on the athletes, the guys that play baseball or soccer. Badminton is where some of the gamers can really come out to play. I'm not saying playing video games has any correlation to badminton, but maybe I am. I don't know. It's just I've seen some kids low on the totem pole compete and put up numbers in badminton.
Anybody could do badminton.
Yeah. Well,
As long as you have coordination. It's not so much athleticism, it's coordination.
yeah. Are you more of a 1-on-1 or 2v2 guy?
I'm always a team sport type of guy. So give me a partner.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with
Yeah,
that.
give me a partner.
Badminton's simple. It's a fun time. You're not going to burn the most calories doing it, but badminton is a 6.2
It passes.
because
You
I'd
don't
rather
look
be 6. Yeah, 6.2.
Yeah, I agree with that. You don't look forward to it, but you're not dreading it. It's,
Yeah,
it's,
you
it's
can have
passing.
a laugh. You can have a good time.
Yeah, you can
And
have
then
a
if
game.
you're doing like a little tournament with the class and you end up getting like the finals or something, it can get intense.
Yeah. Yeah,
But-
badminton's a good little sport, good little activity during gym class. And we're not going to do a 6-1, but this just came to mind. Had to give it a shout out as one of the greatest days in gym class.
The Halloween, the haunted house.
The haunted house, man.
Yeah, man.
That was a great time.
I left that out because it's not like a. I don't know if you guys got to experience
the
the
greatness.
glory that Lorraine kids had with the Halloween haunted house. But
Beautiful. Oh, what a
the
great
teacher,
time.
they would basically take all the mats and every single like prop they had for gym class hidden in the closet. They would use it to set up this haunted house obstacle course, and it would be a great time.
Yeah, you got the music on, the lights off. You got Thriller playing.
I was feeling myself this one year. I was like, I felt like a superhero. I was running through the obstacle course. Ghostbusters was playing. You had to jump through this hexagon loop thing. So I was like, yeah. And as I jumped through, I screamed, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. But my butt hit like the side of the loop, and it knocked that down, which ended up knocking down like half the course. So that's one of my favorite memories.
You're not afraid of ghosts, but you're afraid of Mr. Ricketts after that.
Yeah, man. He wasn't happy.
Yeah, that takes some time to set up. But
Man, I miss that.
gym class.
I wonder.
awesome.
Looking back, I wonder if it's as cool. Like if I
it
did
wouldn't
that
be
at
for our
19
current
years.
age.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, not at our current age, but being in elementary school, it was awesome.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was awesome. So, you don't have to give an ego meter rating, but I'm giving it a 9.7.
Yeah.
There's mine. There you go. You got one from me. But yeah, great times in gym class. Something more relevant to what's going on right now. Coming up, we have the Super Bowl. By
when
the time
this releases, the Super Bowl will be next week, right?
around the time of you'll be thinking about the Super
So
Bowl.
Garrett, what's your Super Bowl prediction?
Super Bowl prediction.
I'm excited to watch the Jaguars play the Giants next week in the Super Bowl. I think that's going to be a good game. I think Daniel Jones is going to win MVP and be up there with Tom Brady in the GOAT
Well,
conversation.
we're currently in the second round of playoffs as we speak. Now, when you're listening, you'll probably have who's in the Super Bowl. I'm thinking, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be the week before the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so you'll know who's in when you're listening. But predictions, Jaguars Giants isn't happening. It's
of course
Eagles.
it is, because this is releasing the week before the Super Bowl.
No,
Jaguars Giants.
no, it's going to be. I'm an Eagles fan. I'm picking the Eagles to go to the Super Bowl. No bias. They're just the best team in the NFC.
Yeah.
And then AFC. These are such boring picks, but give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs. I'm not taking the Bills. I think the Bills are overrated.
Kelsey versus Kelsey.
It's that podcast, the Kelsey podcast, New Heights. That's gonna be quite the episode when they're
Yeah.
both in the Super Bowl. But anyways, we're gonna be doing Super Bowl trivia, a Super Bowl trivia face-off between Ethan and I. We did this episode 1. We have. Are we doing 3 questions each and then 4th as a tiebreaker?
Let's do all 4.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, let's do all 4. But this is anything Super
Actually,
Bowl.
not. Let's do 3 in a tiebreaker.
All right,
because
because chances are we'll need it
Yeah.
anyways. But there's a lot that goes on with the Super Bowl. It's known all around the United States. It's not just football. It's friendship. It's it's food. It's commercials. It's halftime shows. So anybody can enjoy the Super Bowl. There's just so much to offer. It's on such a big scale that day that everybody's watching the Super Bowl. But anyways, who's asking the first question? You won last time, so you pick. You want to start answering, or do you want to ask?
I'd say in honor of the football, we gotta do a coin toss, but no, I'll ask you the first question.
All right.
And in my opinion, it's a softball. Garrett, first question: what team has won the most Super Bowls?
Can I ask a question? Like, if I ask a question
I
for
think
more
this-
specifics.
I think this is a simple answer. I deny you of your question, and then you can ask me the question after
Okay.
your answer.
I'm going to be honest. I thought it was a tie between two teams. That was going to be my question. But I'm assuming. Just give me the Patriots.
It was a tie. The Steelers and Patriots.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So,
You should have said that though.
wait, are you saying I'm wrong?
It's the Steelers and Patriots.
I was supposed to say both?
Yeah.
No. I would have said that if. No, I would have
You
said
should
that.
have said that.
You asked what team. I said a
Ah.
team. I would have said the Patriots and Steelers
I'll
because
give
that's.
that to you.
You got to be kidding. You got to ask that more clearly.
If
What-
I
which-
answered your question, that would have been me giving you the answer then.
I don't think so.
I do.
You said which team. You didn't say which team or teams. You
okay.
pinpointed one team.
That's just me reading what our producers gave us.
Hey, I know what you tried to do there. Don't blame it on my mom.
All right.
I saw what you tried
Your
to
mom,
do there.
our producers.
But yeah, no, give that to me all day. That is because I would have said that. I knew that. Yeah, you were trying something there, but okay.
I would never.
Yeah, right. Anyways,
Just give me my question.
well, look, here's one here. I could do the same thing. What team has never appeared in a Super Bowl? But there's more than one team. It's not what team. What teams have never appeared in a Super Bowl? And this is not a softball. This you got to think here. You got to break this one down. You got to take your time.
I'm really afraid that this one is more than two teams. I'm not going to ask you, though, because I don't need a question to give me.
I'm not going to tell you
I
the
don't need
number.
a question to give me the answer.
All right.
Let's go with. Okay. I'm going with four teams. I'm going with the Texans. I'm going with the Browns. I'm going with the Lions. And what was the other one? The Chargers.
You had three. The first three were right. It is four teams. The Chargers have been in the Super Bowl. It was the Jaguars.
Dang it!
You were this close.
I'm giving myself a pat on
That
the
was-
back for that.
That was good.
The
That
Chargers.
was-
What year did the Chargers make the Super Bowl?
You can look it up. But they've been to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl. They might have even won.
Yeah, I can't think of one.
They've never won a Super Bowl.
Okay.
Where is it? Super Bowl. Come on. Chargers Super Bowl. Here we go. 15 trips to the playoffs, 4 appearances to AFC Championship games. They've won 1 AFC Championship and faced the Niners in Super Bowl XXIX.
Probably whenever Joe Montana and Jerry Rice were playing.
Yeah, there you go.
Man,
I
I would have
believe-
retired from life if I got that right.
That was almost amazing.
Okay. Garrett, your second
You s-
question.
Yeah, I couldn't even hold my smile back. I'm like, he might just do this.
Yeah.
But
I thought you were laughing because I got them all wrong. Let's do it. Garrett, what team, singular team,
Okay.
has played in 4 Super Bowls but never held the lead?
Never held the lead.
This is actually a pretty cool stat. I didn't know this.
I'm going to go with a team I know has been in 4 Super Bowls and lost, and that's the Bills.
That's what I thought of originally. That's incorrect. It's the Minnesota Vikings.
Wow. Yeah, I never would have gotten
So
that.
they were in 4 Super Bowls and they didn't have the lead once.
Dang.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Come on. Vikings.
Vikings wouldn't have crossed my mind. I didn't even know they made 4 Super Bowls.
Yeah. I'm assuming they're earlier ones, but 4 Super Bowls, never had a lead.
Yeah. That's embarrassing.
I would hate to be a Vikings fan. I'm sorry, but holy cow. And you lost to the Giants in the playoffs this year. But I'm not mad at
Vikings fans, go cry yourself to sleep and watch the Minneapolis Miracle for the 43rd time.
that one.
Enjoy it, because that's a cool play.
Yeah, you have that at least. But all right, 38-7. All right.
38-7.
Eagles played the Vikings when they won the Super Bowl.
Oh.
Yeah, we destroyed them. But question 2. I don't really know much about this year, so I'm curious. I'm not fully sure what it means, but anyways, here's the question. Who won the Super Bowl in the year of the wardrobe malfunction?
The wardrobe malfunction, do you know who that is?
No.
I think that was Janet Jackson, who is Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake.
Oh, and
So-
it was a halftime show thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
If it's Justin Timberlake, that has me thinking this is his days of NSYNC, but it's not NSYNC, which is the boy band, which means if it's just Timberlake, it would have had to been a solo career. So I'm thinking early 2000s or late 90s. I don't know. See, I want to say my boys, the Broncos, but I can't because I've read a little bit about their Super Bowls, and I feel like I would have heard about this if I had. It's the 90s. Is the Cowboys too early, or is that just right? We'll go with the Cowboys.
That is incorrect.
Dang it.
Should have played the numbers game here. Who's been to the most Super Bowls? Who's won the most Super Bowls?
Steelers?
It was the Patriots.
Oh, I wouldn't have got that. No, I thought that was way past the wardrobe malfunction.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I didn't even know of this wardrobe malfunction.
I've heard of it.
So I'm glad you got the
it's
question.
a legend.
Although I think I would have gotten it right. I just would have said Patriots. They've been to so many Super Bowls.
I really should have said that. Well,
And
yeah.
honestly, what I thought the wardrobe malfunction was is when Tom Brady had his jersey stolen in the Super Bowl,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is not really a wardrobe malfunction, but that's what I
It's
thought
a
of.
wardrobe robbery.
Yeah. All right, give me my. I can seal the deal here if I get it right.
I'll give you a multiple choice one. Garrett, how much did a ticket to the very first Super Bowl cost?
Oh wait, I think I have some similar questions. Give me a range. Like I got to be inside a certain dollar amount, or will that make it too easy? It's up to you. Just suggest.
Okay, I'll give you a range.
Like I had to be inside how many dollars?
You have to be within $3 from 50 cents to $30.
Oh, I didn't need that. I didn't need the low and the top. I had to guess inside of $3. But thank you for that. That makes it a little easier.
Okay.
I'll help you with. I would have said something under $30. So,
Okay.
but let's see here. First ticket. The average price, was that what it said again?
How much did a ticket to the very first Super Bowl cost?
Let's not overthink this one. Actually, no, I'm going to overthink this one. I'm going to say it's under $10. So let's go with $7.
$12.
Ah, I was going to go 10 too. I would have had it.
Yeah.
Dang it. Oh,
I can still tie it.
oh man. All right.
I would have thought cheaper.
Yeah, that's why I
That's
changed from 10 to 7.
55 years ago.
Man, I was just going to go with the straight 10. Whatever. All right. I'm going to give you a range for this one, too. The question is, what percentage of the U.S. population watches the Super Bowl? And I'm saying this has to be within... Oh, I ran out of storage on my phone again. I got to pull up my questions again. All right. Question 3.
You're up
To
1-0.
send it- Yep, to send it in overtime. What percentage of the U.S. population watches the Super Bowl? And I'm saying has to be within 8%.
8 as in 7, 8, 9.
Yes. And it can be 8% under or 8% over.
Definitely more than 40%. Definitely under 90%. 80% of the U.S. population?
U.S. population.
So does this like account for like all the babies out there? Like a baby isn't technically watching
I would
it.
say it goes. I could be wrong, but I would take it as
How many households
households.
have the TV on?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't want to.
What
I
was
don't want
that?
the audience to just keep hearing me like moan and like think of an answer.
You got 8%, 16% leeway, really.
I mean, %80.
No.
What?
That is way too high. It was 45%.
What? I lost.
Yes. Oh, wait, shoot. Did I just mess something up? No!
What happened?
I didn't delete it, but it paused. Wait, what is this? Has detected feedback. Oh, no, you just screamed so loud that it paused.
Rightfully so.
Monitor. Oh, wait, no, I don't think it did stop. I'm not sure. It paused it. Dang it. All right, we're having some interruptions, but
So 40, less than half. What?
there's a lot of older people out there who are not watching the Super Bowl. A lot of people work on the Super Bowl. And I don't know
They
how
don't
they got
even
the
like
number.
put it like click it on for 5 minutes. Like, oh, look at the Doritos commercial. Oh.
I mean, 45% is a lot.
I don't. This
I
is the
thought-
Super Bowl.
It's still, it's not. It's a sport. It's not like people have to
I would
see
have
it.
said at least 80 million people a year watch the Super Bowl. And what's the population of the country?
Like 260 million. I'll look it up right now.
Yeah,
That's I
that's
feel like
less than 40%. I'm saying 165 million is the population of the U.S.
331 million is the United States.
Okay.
I'll take 260, but
So
I
here's what-
won.
Here's what,
Woo!
you shut your mouth. Here's what's gonna happen. On the night of the Super Bowl, I'm not watching the game. I am walking around Exeter Township, knocking on doors, and just tallying up how many people are watching the game. And I will come back to you with my research.
I would love to see you doing that. Or I would love to see your results. Because my guess is I would give you 60%. Because I think if you're taking all of America, you'll have areas with people who don't have TVs or older population. Like, for example, a nursing home. Nobody there has the game on. But if you go into a regular neighborhood, I'd say it's more than 45%.
We're at our longest episode yet, but you want to ask the fourth questions real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Garrett, your question. You're not going to get this. The most shared commercial from the 2015 Super Bowl featured a puppy and a blank. A puppy and a what?
There's a lot of commercials with puppies.
Maybe
in
you
it.
do, because now that I read this, I do remember it, but
There's two options I'm thinking of. It's either a truck or a beer, because it's a beer commercial, but there's a truck in it. Or there's like, I finds a happy. Oh no, I got it. It's a farm. That's my answer. It's a farm.
I'm going to mark that as incorrect. But, I don't know. The answer is a horse, and it is a
Oh, yeah.
Budweiser commercial.
Yep, I was thinking of the right one, but I forgot about the horse.
I
Yep.
would have said farm or
Frick,
truck,
I'm out of
too.
storage again. For the second time, I ran out of storage. I'm terrible at this, but I'll edit something together. We'll see. But anyways,
You won.
well, I got to ask your question.
What? Oh, yeah. We're doing the fourth questions for fun.
All right, yep. Ethan, your fourth question doesn't matter, but how many chicken wings are consumed on Super Bowl Sunday? No, there's no way I ran out of storage again.
We got to keep that in the video.
All right, Ethan, your fourth question. How many chicken wings are consumed on Super Bowl Sunday?
Okay.
And now, I'll give you your range. Well, I'll tell you what you got to be within. I'll say $500 million
Oh, and money?
in number of chicken wings.
You said $500 million?
That's like your range. You got to be within $500 million.
$500 million.
Number of chicken wings that are consumed.
So let's Okay, we're gonna do some quick maths here. Let's just do a basis of 50 million people watch the Super Bowl.
Well, remember, 45% of the population was 300 million.
So let's go with 100 million people watch the Super Bowl. I usually... Oh, man. 6,543,342,000.
No. No. Maybe my range threw you off. I don't know. I was trying to make it easier for you, but it's 1.4 billion. You went way over.
I just can't comprehend that many chicken wings. But I want to eat them.
I can't wait to contribute to that 1.4 million. But there you have it. There's your trivia.
I love chicken wings.
I love trivia, and
I'm
I
so
love the
hungry
Super Bowl.
Right there.
I am really hungry right now.
I'm eating a ribeye tonight.
Where are you going?
I treat myself on Fridays. I cook myself a steak.
Dang.
Yeah.
If you ever want to make me something.
That's Alec. Alec's the steak guy.
Okay.
But he said, if you pay for the steak, I'll cook it for you. I'm like, what? No.
If I paid you to make me something, would you?
If you pay for the cost of the steak, perhaps.
How about, would you do that tonight?
That's a lot of pressure going on me.
We'll figure it out later. Anyways,
yeah.
We'll wrap it up with the Bible verse. I got a good one for us today. What?
We go from chicken wings to, will you make me a steak tonight, to Bible verse. Let's do it.
Here's our Bible verse. James chapter 2, verse 24. You see that a person is considered righteous by what they do and not by faith alone. So basically, your actions are what shows your righteousness. If you can have all the you can't have faith without righteousness, or you can't have faith without good works. You can't have good works. Well, you can have good works, but you can't. You need both in order to accomplish having or being righteous.
If your faith is what you claim it is, you should have no problem taking action in something that supports it.
Exactly. And I'll read this too. This is like the notes part of my Bible that went on this verse. It says, faith and deeds must accompany each other. Faith without actions is dead. When we have faith, we are eager to do good deeds. Yeah. So there you have it. I swear. Well, I don't swear, but I really hope my camera does not die on this outro, or my storage doesn't run out on this outro. But there you have it. There's a nice bulky episode 4 for you. That'll last you 2 weeks.
Big one. Enjoy
big
it.
Boy.
Enjoy your Super Bowl. Eat some pizza and chicken wings.
And at halftime,
contribute to the 1.4 billion.
Yeah. And at halftime, instead of watching the halftime show, put on the Camel's Ego.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll be the halftime show by 15 years.
Yes. Instead of music, it'll be podcasting.
Yeah, it probably will be.
No.
How many podcasts there are nowadays? I think so.
Not for a halftime
Welcome back,
show.
guys. This is our.
We're gonna change the halftime show. We're just gonna queue up the ego meter. We'll be rating the first. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll think of something for the halftime show. But there you have it. There's your episode 4. Thanks for listening, guys. We appreciate you. See you in 2 weeks.
Goodbye.
Peace.